Welcome to the show that'll keep you from falling behind during the week. The Friday Ketchup with the hostess with no ghostess, Belinda. Friday Ketchup is brought to you by the ParaQuest Radio Network.
Yay! Hi everyone, I'm Belinda and this is my wonderful co-host Jackie. Say hi, Jackie.
Hello!
Hello! Yay! And another show. Can you believe this is like, I think, week 23? Or something like that?
Well, if you're keeping proper count, then according to the file you sent me, yes, it's week 23.
As long as I haven't stuffed it up, which I probably has. So, 23 weeks, that's not too bad.
It could be 23, or it could be like 52. You decide.
Well, it's not 52, because I only started this year. So, it's all cool. Hey, did you hear about... Like, anyone who listened last week or caught us on YouTube, we talked about the guy who had his kid who was driving the car. I think the kid was, 8? Something like that. Yes. There is a case that is worse. Now, they've got copyright laws all over this article, so I'm just going to give you the bare essentials. I don't even remember what part of the States it was in. So, somewhere in the United States, there is a woman who decided to get her 6-year-old niece to back the car out of a really tight parking space for her.
And didn't this end in, like, disaster?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, of course, if you let your kid behind a vehicle... Okay, so since we can't talk too much about that, I have a story to tell you.
You do? You tell.
Yes. It will wrap into what I was going to say, but since there's a copyright law on the other one, it'll still fit.
Well, go right ahead.
Okay, so, I was a kid once, if you can believe it.
No.
Yeah. And, my mom had this, I cannot remember the year model of the truck, but it was one of those old, big, clunky, American model pickup trucks. This is the ugliest thing you have ever seen in your life. Two-toned brown. And, when I got off work, yes, I worked as a child because I was also born in the age where they didn't have child labor laws. I age very well. But anyway, I got out of school, and because I went to school in a different town than I lived, I would just stay where my mom worked. My mom's a massage therapist. Mm-hmm. Well, I decide one day to go and play pretend in my mom's truck. And the thing you have to know about the older model older model vehicles is you can knock them out of gear. This was an automatic gear shift off of the steering wheel. Mm-hmm. But you can knock those out of gear even if the vehicle is not turned on. You can't do that anymore with the newer ones.
Ah.
So I get into the truck and I'm doing the whole and knocked it down into reverse and didn't know what to do after that. And all of a sudden the truck starts going backwards.
No.
Even worse was there was a hill, and then down that hill, it was like a little slight slope, and then all of a sudden the sidewalk gives way to this really deep ravine where basically this was to collect flood water and things like that for in case it got too wet. I mean, this thing was deep, and I'm like, oh, snap.
I bet that's not what you said.
No, it wasn't, but in case you noticed, that O was a little longer than normal. That's because I had to think about what I was actually going to say. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, I sit there for about 30 minutes with my foot on the brake.
Oh.
No one has walked out, because my mom also shared the building with a woman that did or ran a fitness group So she has, like, the machines that you work out on. There were people in there, but no one was coming out. And I'm like, what am I going to do? So my bright, wonderful self gets out of the truck with it still in reverse, walks to the back, and holds the truck there. And I did a good job, too. I was keeping it there. About 10 minutes of that, and I'm going, this was the stupidest idea I have ever had, because I'm shaking, because this truck is huge. I'm fighting gravity. I'm like 6.
Oh my stars.
Finally, this woman comes out, and I'm like, excuse me, could you help? And she's like, well, what's wrong? And I'm like, the truck's trying to run away. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, woman, just get in there and tell me what to do. This truck is heavy. So she gets into the driver's seat, and I see the brake lights come on. So before I even stop, because I didn't even really realize that you just knock it back up one to throw it in park, I took off running back into the building, leaving this strange woman in my mom's truck. I start banging on the massage room door. Mama, the truck tried to run away. Mama, the truck tried to run away. She flings the door open and she goes, what? I'm crying and I'm like, I was just playing around. She's like, breathe and try that again. So finally the woman comes back inside and she's like, it's okay. Truck's in park now. She's like, you threw the truck into reverse? Yes. I wasn't allowed to play in the truck after that.
Really?
The moral of the story is, people, do not let anyone under the age of 16, well, here you can have your permanent 15, so 15 behind the wheel of a car or truck.
Oh my goodness. Oh. I couldn't imagine that. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you knock the handbrake off here, and like some people keep their car out of gear and stuff, it'll probably roll. So I don't know. I don't generally leave my daughter alone in the car and it gets locked. So that little blood is not getting anywhere near it. So
good idea.
Yeah. But yes, so this woman apparently couldn't get out of the car, or couldn't get the car out of the parking space. So chucked the 6-year-old in the driver's seat and said, here, you have a go.
Well, no, she couldn't get into her car.
Oh, is that what it was? I didn't read the article. I just, heard something about it and went, happened again.
Yeah. So, okay, wait, I have a way around. Sorry if you heard that. That was a Coke opening. Just thought I'd clarify. Anyway, I have a way around the copyright law. I have this friend who has a 6-year-old, and apparently there were 2 cars that were too close to each other in the parking lot, and my friend, who is apparently, I can't say that, a really big person, couldn't get into the car, so she had her 6-year-old get into the car, back it out, and ended up running this car into, ran it into a parked car, which caused that parked car to jump over the embankment and hit another car.
I'm thinking that 6-year-old probably won't be getting a license anytime soon.
No.
And not just for the reason that she has to wait about a decade, but,
Yeah.
No, I'm scarred for life. Ah!
Oh no.
But what if I break it this time?
Just don't go in reverse.
Yeah, we'll just drive forwards. Sorry, you're going to need to reverse it one. No, we go forwards.
I just wonder one thing. I wonder if the people at Top Gear, Jeremy and Richard and James, if they're sitting there reading these stories and going, I want them to have a go on the track.
I wonder how that 8-year-old would go.